Welcome to the Characters of Mystara series, where we will be looking at the heroes, villains, and other individuals who inhabit Mystara as at the first of new morn, 1,000 years after the crowning of the first Thyacian emperor. These characters will be featured in alphabetical order. The first character we will discuss is Abatai. Abatai's only mention by name occurs in Gaz 12, the Golden Khan of Ethengar, published in 1989, on page 29 of the Dungeon Master's booklet. We are told Abatai is one of the Golden Khan Moglai's 3 wives. No other specific information about her exists. To find out more about her, we need to make deductions from other information presented. When was Abatai born? Assuming there are no longevity potions, time travel, and the like involved, Abatai could be anywhere between 12 and 100 years old. As the eldest male is expected to marry the widowed wives of his brothers and father, excluding his mother, a wife could be quite a deal older than her husband. We do not know if Abatai is first, second, or third wife of Moglai, as the wives are listed in alphabetical order. We also do not know if Moglai had other wives who are either deceased or were gifted to others. When did Abatai marry Moglai? Moglai was only 12 years old in AC 970, when his father Huptai was killed by his uncle Atakai. Due to his young age, it is unlikely that Moglai would have taken his father's wives. Additionally, he was forced into hiding to escape his uncle. The earliest Moglai may have married is probably AC 979 when he returned to the Sea of Grass. He was almost certainly married by AC 981 when his first son Manghai was born. In AC 983, Moglai had 2 children, Subatai and Errant. This could indicate that he had at least 2 wives, or they were twins, or they were born to the same mother 9 to 12 months apart. Other likely marriage events would have been after the Merkits' defeat of rival tribes. First, the Maghers in AC 985 and then the Hajiks in the following year. All adult male Maghers and Hajiks were put to the sword, with the remainder absorbed into the Merkits. As Khan of the Merkits, Moglai would have had his pick of potential wives. In AC 991, the Merkits aided the Bortaks in defeating the Kiarts. So Moglai could have taken a Kiart wife at this point to improve Kiart relations. Abatai's tribe. As marrying someone from the same tribe is frowned upon, it is highly likely that Abatai's original tribe was not the Merkits. Abatai's children. Moglai Khan has 13 children, born between AC 981 and AC 997. However, we are not told who their mothers are. Some could be conceived with non-wives or former wives. In real-world Mongol culture, Khans would often gift wives to others if they were unable to produce heirs. So it is unlikely that any of Moglai's current 3 wives are childless. So, between 1 and 11 of Moglai's offspring would be Abatai's. If Abatai is the mother of Moglai's named heir, Manghai, she would be the senior wife and probably interested in maintaining the status quo. A good strategy would be to sow discord between the other 2 wives. If Abatai is not Manghai's mother, she would possibly be scheming to promote her eldest son in the line of succession. Golden Court life. The Golden Court is an elaborate tent city that moves 4 times a year with the changing seasons. Moglai and his family travel in a magnificent wooden shelter carried by 4 elephants. Winter is spent at Barga, which outlanders refer to as Ethengar. This hillock overlooking the confluence of the Streel and Krandai rivers was chosen by Moglai's shaman Kaunchi for the Merkits' campsite in AC 984. Spring and autumn are spent north of Barga at Xantha on Lake Talkai in the Sea of Flowers, which was taken from the Maghers Khanate in AC 985. Summer is spent at the lakes of Shaganna in the far southeast, which was a campsite of the Kiart Khanate until their defeat in AC 991. The Golden Khan's wives have their own separate pavilions within the Golden Pavilion's royal district of the Golden Court. Their pavilions are made from gold cloth. Each wife's own children live with them here. Their diet consists of yak and goat's meat, lamb, mutton, and meat from successful hunts. Beverages include mare's milk and wine. During the cold winter months at Barga, the Khan's wives mostly stay indoors. In Shaganna and Xantha, the Khan's wives often spend their mornings at the Reed Palace and/or the gardens of the Golden Khan. In the afternoon, they join Moglai and 100 Keshak on a hunt. In the evening, the royal family attends a banquet in the Reef Palace. Moglai's wives sit next to him facing south on embroidered gold cushions. Acrobats provide entertainment prior to the meal. The royal family drink from magical gold cups that automatically refill when desired by the drinker. Wine is available. Wrestlers perform. At Shagannar and Xantha, the attendees head outside after the meal to be entertained by acrobatic displays of the Keshak. Moglai and his wives also attend weekly polo competitions held involving the 8 tribes and the Keshak. Moglai's wives' status in the Khanates is second only to the Golden Khan. Only the Khan's Master of Council, Ahmad ibn Yusuf, holds power equal to the Golden Khan's wives. In Ethengarian culture, women often handle trade negotiations, as the men tend to be too hot-headed. So it is possible that Abatai could play an important role in trade-related matters for the Khanates. Abatai's character class. It is likely that Abatai is a normal human with no character class. If she has a character class, it is most likely she would be a horse warrior, as 90% of classed Ethengarians are of that class. Real-world Abatai. The only real-world reference to Abatai appears to be of a 17th-century Manchu prince Abatai. There was a Lady Abatai who was the primary consort of the founder of the Jing dynasty. Let us now make some assumptions about Abatai to fill in the void of information. I have used character generation guides from GAZ 12, GAZ 7's traits and the Mystara player's survival kit handouts for family background. In AC 945, Abatai was born into Clan Akjin in the Taijit Khanate of the southwestern portion of the Sea of Grass. Clan Akjin had a respected status and comprised 5 families. Her only sibling was an older brother. In AC 963, she was married to Abatai Khan of the Merkits, moving to his camp in the central region of the Sea of Grass. Abatai bore Abatai Khan 2 children. Abatai Khan was murdered by his brother Atikai in AC 970. Abatai managed to escape Abatai and his followers and sought refuge in a clan loyal to Abatai. However, her 2 children did not survive the coup. In AC 972, Abatai's brother passed away of natural causes. In AC 979, Abatai's son and heir Moglai returned to the steppe, having fled Atikai Khan 3 years prior. When Moglai reconnected with loyal Merkit clans, he found one of his father's wives still alive, Abatai. Moglai decided to honor his obligation to marry her as his first wife. Moglai and Abatai proceeded to produce 4 children. Manghai in AC 981. Bakai in AC 982. Twins Subatai and Errant in AC 983. And Hotakia in AC 984. Abatai's father passed away of natural causes in AC 983. In AC 984, Moglai slew Atikai Khan, becoming Khan of the Merkits. Moglai took on additional wives and had 8 more children after AC 984. In AC 998, Bakai married Buku Khan of the Bortaks and moved to his camp in the northeastern Sea of Grass. Characteristics. Abatai has a habit of rubbing her chin whilst she is thinking. She has prominent ear lobes. Abatai is of neutral alignment, displaying personality traits within the average range, with the exception of forgiveness. Abatai is less forgiving than the average person and tends to hold grudges more often than not. Campaign use. Abatai could play a prominent role in a campaign based around the Ethengarian Golden Court. Assuming she is the Golden Khan's senior wife, she could be the second most important individual in the Khanates, alongside Ahmad ibn Yusuf. Assuming the heir to the Golden Khanate, Manghai, is her son, she is likely to be very protective of him and may seek adventurers to foil plots against him. For an Outlanders visiting the Khanate's campaign, Abatai may be a key negotiator of trade talks between the Outlanders and the Khanates. So this concludes our deep dive into Abatai, wife of Moglai, the Golden Khan of Ethengar.